YouTubers don't have PR teams whispering in their ear before every sentence. And sometimes that produces the greatest moments the internet has ever seen. These are the most savage moments in YouTube history, and we have to start with this gem from Deji. Most award shows follow the same script. Someone reads a name, someone walks up, someone thanks their parents. Safe, predictable, and boring. But Deji had other plans.
Now, presenting this award, please welcome one of YouTube's favorite sons, and a man that got to punch Jake Paul in the face. It's Deji!
At the 2018 Esports Awards, Deji was invited on stage to present the Esports Publisher of the Year award. He opened the envelope, paused for effect, and confidently announced the winner was Epic Games. But what happened next was pure drama.
Epic Games! No, I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking. It's a joke, it's a joke. It goes to Blizzard. Well done, Blizzard.
The Epic staff had to turn around and sit back down in front of the entire room. Blizzard Entertainment were the actual winners. One of the hosts tried to recover and said,
Yeah, it just goes to show never let a YouTuber do what professional hosts should do.
And honestly, she wasn't wrong. You don't invite someone whose entire career is chaos and then act surprised when there's chaos.
We're gonna have to go through that one, live through it. Move on, soldier through.
And speaking of chaos, the king of chaos, IShowSpeed is many things. Unpredictable, occasionally a menace. But one thing he is not, buying Rolexes for women who have boyfriends. During a 2024 IRL stream in Switzerland, Speed and footballer Alicia Lehman ended up browsing a Rolex store together, live in front of tens of thousands of viewers.
How much is it?
So, are you buying anything for Alicia?
Alicia?
My watch, right?
Are we buying Alicia a watch, chat?
I would say yes because I'm Swiss and Rolex is Swiss, so I think we should.
Then Alicia casually mentioned she had a boyfriend.
I'm married already. I have a boyfriend, everything. You don't need to do this stuff.
Speed's response was immediate, direct, and delivered with zero hesitation.
We not buying her shit, alright?
And as if the moment needed any more fuel, she unfollowed him on Instagram afterward. The Rolex that never was, truly one for the archives. Now, in February 2024, Speed participated in Match for Hope, a charity football match in Qatar featuring influencers and retired legends. This was meant to be a chill, friendly occasion, a good time for everyone involved, but Speed had different ideas.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not going to be easy. Speed tackles Ricardo Kaká.
He launched into a full slide tackle on Kaká. Yes, that Kaká, the Ballon d'Or winner, the World Cup champion, one of the most celebrated footballers of his generation. Speed missed the ball, clipped Kaká's leg, and was immediately shown a yellow card.
The slide tackle, one of the greatest players of all time from behind.
The most Speed part of all of it? He celebrated before realizing he'd been booked. The clip went viral within hours, and somewhere out there, Kaká is still confused about what exactly just slid into his ankle. In February 2025, Kai Cenat was live on stream when he made a comment about PewDiePie, essentially saying he never understood why PewDiePie had such a massive following.
This may be an L tape, and I apologize in advance, but I couldn't see how niggas got into PewDiePie. I'm sorry.
Then MrBeast, the most subscribed individual on YouTube, saw the clip and responded publicly. His message was short, direct, and didn't need much else. L take. He fundamentally shaped YouTube culture. I miss meme review and loved watching play random games while I ate dinner every night. Pood's a goat. That's it. No drama, no lengthy breakdown. Just a completely savage reply shutting Kai Cenat down. MrBeast calling out a bad take on PewDiePie makes a lot of sense when you understand what PewDiePie actually did, because he didn't just clap back at someone, he clapped back at the entire platform. In December 2018, YouTube released their annual Rewind, a celebration of the year's biggest moments on the platform. But there was one small problem. Everyone hated it. The video became the most disliked video in YouTube history. Millions of dislikes within days. Then PewDiePie uploaded a reaction and did not hold back.
I wish I didn't see that. Why?
He then released his own version, built with meme creators, filled with actual internet moments from that year, made entirely for the community, and it became one of the most liked non-music videos on YouTube.
Immediate review. Rewind time, everybody.
Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh?
That's not a clapback, that's a demolition. But while PewDiePie's response to being disrespected was to build something better, Logan Paul's response to being disrespected was to leave the building. Because in July 2018, Logan Paul and KSI held a press conference at York Hall in London ahead of their boxing match. The atmosphere was already charged coming off a fiery US presser, but London took it somewhere else entirely.
Everyone has my back, and no one has yours, besides your ludicrous mum and your disgusting delusional dad. Fuck the pool!
The host had absolutely no control. The crowd was relentless, and Logan, after sitting through all of it, eventually turned to the host and did this.
Hey, is that lip? How's that lip?
Hey, I would love to sit here and answer your questions.
All right,
I feel like KSI addressed everything.
All right, JJ.
London, I'm out. I'll see you August 25th.
Where you going, bro? Oh, shit!
Logan at least had the excuse of a hostile crowd and a fired up opponent. Charlie White, on the other hand, needed no excuse. Just one video and 3 months of someone else making it worse for themselves. Charlie Moist Kerwintackle White has a very specific kind of dangerous. He doesn't get loud. He doesn't escalate. He just methodically explains exactly why you're wrong in the flattest possible tone, and somehow that's worse than any rant. After Sneeko insulted Charlie's girlfriend, Charlie made one video criticizing him. Most people move on. Sneeko instead spent 3 months ranting about it across podcasts and streams, at which point Charlie made a second video.
It is a legitimately super sad thing to sit there and listen to, because Sneeko is very clearly bothered by that whole situation.
Are not more than beauty pageants in America, which still exist and are exactly what you see in the film.
Do you go to beauty pageants to watch the kids, Sneeko? I certainly hope not. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and be an armchair psychologist like you try to do against me during your rant.
But the real moment came when Sneeko tried to look threatening on camera by brandishing what he called clips for a gun.
The day after I posted my response, he went on stream and had a huge unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, "Oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you," waving his gun around and dancing.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips.
Charlie paused, looked at the camera, and delivered one of the most unexpectedly savage corrections in internet history.
And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here.
Charlie dismantled Sneeko with patience and a firearms correction, but iDubbbz took a slightly different approach. 31 minutes, a troll title, and a charting diss track. In October 2017, iDubbbz released a 31-minute Content Cop episode with the title Content Cop Jake Paul, which was actually about rice gum. That misdirection alone was part of the joke.
Now that all of that is out of the way, we're going to react to a video that this hype beast released about a year ago, essentially begging for a content cop.
The video methodically went through Rice Gum's content, stealing jokes from smaller creators, relying on clickbait, treating fans and other creators poorly, each point backed up with clips. No filler, just case building. But iDubbbz didn't stop at commentary. He closed the video with a full diss track called Asian Jake Paul.
We will act immediately.
Calling all units. Shots fired. Shots fired in front of the Supreme Store. There's about to be a 261 in progress. Send all available units. Send in the backup. Send in the big gun. Send in the K9 unit. Send in the... Fuck.
I wanna be gay, cause you're fucked and I wanna savor it. But it's cool, after smashing you, I'll PayPal you 2K.
A polished music video directly comparing Rice Gum to Jake Paul, suggesting he was just another copy of the same loud, overproduced influencer machine. The track charted on Billboard. It didn't just go viral, it became a cultural moment. And Rice Gum never quite recovered from that one. Everything up to this point has been drama, roasts, and rivalries. This last one is different, because Coffeezilla wasn't just settling a beef, he was following the money. In 2021, Logan Paul announced CryptoZoo, a crypto game where fans could buy NFT eggs, hatch animals, breed rare hybrids, and earn passive income.
And this project that I have is that fresh take. September 1st, CryptoZoo.co. I'm gonna tease it. That's all I'm gonna say about it now, because we're finishing up the development. But I am so excited about this project. It's so fun.
And I was like, oh, this is fucking cool,
bro. We have a massive team behind it and are probably out of pocket like $1 million. Just because we believe it's gonna work.
It sounded exciting. People spent millions getting in, but the game never properly worked. So in December 2022, Coffeezilla released a 3-part investigation into CryptoZoo. He didn't just make a video, he interviewed investors who lost thousands, developers who claimed they weren't paid, and insiders from within Logan's team.
And that's when I found out there was someone who might know just as much about this whole story.
And I will explain everything one day with my manager, who's like in charge now.
Logan Paul's manager, a guy named Jeff Levin. He might be just what we need to settle this whole thing.
He then tracked transactions on the blockchain. He estimated investors collectively lost around $7.7 million tied to the project. The most brutal part wasn't the accusations, it was the delivery. Logan's initial response was to threaten legal action and accuse Coffeezilla of defamation. He then deleted that video, called Coffeezilla, apologized, and announced a $1.3 million refund program, which Coffeezilla pointed out would not fully compensate most victims. Going from "I'll sue you" to "I'm sorry" to "here's some of the money back" in the span of a few weeks tells you everything about how that investigation landed. One of the most savage takedowns in YouTube history.
And still, the game is not working, despite Logan claiming they were going to go back and fix all the problems.
Again, retroactively working to make these projects right, and this takes time, bro. It just takes time. Development takes time.
These moments prove the internet never forgets, and creators never fully switch off. If you enjoyed this one, drop a like and let us know in the comments which moment you thought was the most savage. And if you want to see what happens when YouTubers turn that same energy on scammers, that video is right there. Trust me, it's worth it.